teams, are you tired of them dying? Oh man, we're being killed. Are you tired of having these boring heavy weapon platforms to die next time someone looks at them with a flashlight? Stop having a boring heavy weapon team. Stop having a boring life. Get yourself an army you can count on. Really? Seriously? I can't tell you how many times I've heard the argument that heavy weapon teams are a waste of points because they're just not survivable. While there's some truth to that, there's more truth to the statement, heavy weapon teams are fantastic and they can be survivable if you're not a stupid face. If you want to make heavy weapon teams survive, you have to do several things. One, you have to, first of all, make them not the primary target. You do this by putting them in cover, which discourages people to even shoot at them in the first place. And you do this by having other things in your army that deal damage. If you have 3 Layman Russ, just pummeling away at the enemy, the heavy weapon teams are not going to be first on their list, especially when you're rushing forward with 2 Chimeras full of veterans with melta-guns. So make them not the primary target. Make them sit in cover and get a 4+ cover save, or sit behind other squads and get a 4+ cover save. Seriously. Get them out of the way. Onto the cheap tactics involving heavy weapon squads. You've already saw one where I used a troop squad to give them a cover save. Well, this one, as far as I know, I created this tactic. I had never heard it anywhere. I just kind of came up with it. I haven't seen it online before. I don't know if anyone uses it or not, but they probably do. This one involves 2 Chimeras, as you can quite clearly see. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be 2, just 1. And the cool thing about Chimeras, another cool thing about Chimeras, is that they have the ability to have any 5 weapons you want shoot out of the top, instead of using the las guns on the sides. So, everyone puts squads in there, and they run around shooting melta-guns out of it. I do it. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. But what people don't usually realize is that you can buy a Chimera now, a dedicated transport for your guard infantry squads, and use them for a different squad. So this is how, if you are actually having problems making your heavy weapon squads survivable, then you basically just park these in some terrain right by your board edge, and guess what? 3 of these guys can fit in there no problem. There's no rules against putting heavy weapon squads inside Chimeras. So you buy a heavy weapon squad, you put 3 heavy bolters in this Chimera. If you want to, give the Chimera camo netting, put it in some 4+ cover, and go to town. Seriously. You give it 2 heavy bolters and a heavy stubber, and you got 3 heavy bolters inside. That's 18 shots every single turn coming out of this one vehicle with a 3+ cover save. If the vehicle does get killed, then guess what? You still have 3 heavy bolters. This is actually a really good tactic. It's kind of cheap, but it's really good. I can't think of any more of a pain in someone as a thorn in your opponent's side than 3 las cannons inside a Chimera with camo netting. If you can think of one, let me know, but I can't think of too many vehicles that would withstand that every turn. Not to mention the fact that 2 out of 3 times that they shoot at you and manage to actually beat your armor and hit you, you're going to ignore it anyway with just the cover. So, Chimeras, camo netting, throw a heavy weapon squad in there. There's another cheap tactic for you. You happy? There you go. 3 heavy weapons inside a Chimera shooting out the top hatch. Sounds like fun to me. Make sure you load up those las cannons. Make sure you get those heavy bolters in there. 5 heavy bolters and a heavy stubber from the Chimera every turn. Sounds pretty awesome. So, see you guys later. Oh, also, how do you think Infantry Guard hold up to hordes and hordes of gaunts? I'll tell you how. The same way. They put their heavy bolters in a Chimera and shoot the gaunts as they crash against it because the gaunts cannot hurt it. You're welcome.